Hey guys, Kelsey Ann here. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'm so excited to flow with you. Today's flow is going to explore the mind-body connection through synchronization of our breath and our body movements. The flow is perfect for all level yogis, especially my beginners out there. It's very gentle, very slow, but it still gives you all of the benefits that you're looking for when you take a yoga class. Make sure you check me out at kelseyannyoga.com for more information on how to build your at-home yoga practice. And you can also find me on Instagram at Kelsey_Ann. Make sure to leave off the Y in Kelsey for more tips, especially on inversions and more advanced aspects of a yoga practice. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump into it. Make sure to grab some water, and I'll meet you on the mat. We'll begin in a child's pose. Bring the big toes together, sit back on the heels, spread the knees wide, and walk the hands forward. Sink the chest down towards the mat and let the forehead gently rest. Begin to focus on the breathing. Lengthen the inhale and control the exhale. With each breath you take, let the body sink a little deeper into the mat. Notice how the movement of the breath in and out of the body affects the way that the body feels. The more that you can see how the breath flows with the movement of the body, the more aware you will become of how it really affects it all. If other thoughts arrive, gently acknowledge them, and then with your next exhale, let them leave your mind as the air leaves your lungs. On the next inhale, press yourself up to a tabletop position. We want to stack the knees under the hips, wrists underneath the shoulder. Tight core here. We'll inhale and bring the left heel up and back in line with the hips. Square those hips to the mat and engage the core. Find your balance here, and with your next inhale, reach the right arm up and forward. Breathe. On your next exhale, release both hand and knee to the mat again. Take a moment to center yourself, and then on your next inhale, we'll lift the right heel up and back, again in line with the hips. Find your balance here, and then on your next inhale, bring that left hand up and forward. We want to be reaching through the fingers and the toes in opposite directions here to form that straight line of energy to have that core engagement to really support us in this pose. On your next exhale, again, return the hand and the knee to the mat. Continue this motion of lifting opposite foot and opposite hand up and away from each other. Inhale, come up, and as you exhale, release to the mat. Other side, inhale, reach up and away from each other. Exhale, release to the mat. And continue this movement twice more on each side to your own breath. Find stillness once you've completed that last round. Make any sort of adjustments you need here. And then on your next inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart, shift the gaze, cow pose. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, round through the spine and drop the head between the arms, cat. Continue 3 more rounds on your own breath. As you complete these movements, see if you can synchronize so that as you begin to inhale, you begin to move, and as you complete it, finish that movement. Once you've completed your last round, meet back at a still tabletop with a neutral spine. Inhale, tuck the toes, press down and forward through the hands and up and back with the hips. Come into downward facing dog. Spread the fingertips wide and press each fingertip firmly into the mat to take the weight away from the wrists. Take a deep bend in both of the knees and bring the heart towards the thighs. Keeping that straight line from the palms of the hands all the way up through the tailbone, begin to gently straighten into the legs until you feel the appropriate amount of sensation. Inhale, step the right foot forward in between the hands, drop the left knee. Take a moment to secure yourself here, square the hips, press into the feet, and inhale, lift the hands high. Exhale, plant the hands. We'll shift our hips back, straighten into the front leg for a half split. We have the tendency here to let our foot roll outward. A quick fix for that is to press the big toe into the mat as hard as you can. You'll definitely feel this. Inhale, shift the hips forward, reach up. Exhale, plant the hands, shift the hips back, and straighten into the front leg. Continue this movement on your own breath. Again, to inhale, come into a low lunge, and to exhale, shift back to a half split. The goal here is not to get as deep into each pose as possible, but to explore that connection with your breath and your body movement. Complete one more full round on your own breath. When you've finished that last round, we'll tuck the toes, drop the heel inward and to the right while rotating open with the hips. Bend into the front knee and then cartwheels our arms up to a warrior two. Now, if you need to adjust your stance, it's okay to come out of the pose just a little bit. You want to make sure you have heel to heel alignment, hips open towards the side of the wall, and a 90-degree bend in the front knee. Heart should be open towards the long side of the mat with the arms stretch out wide at shoulder height. And again, don't forget to breathe. Flip the front palm, reach slightly forward, and then send the arm back for a reverse warrior. Hands should be on the thigh or the lower shin for support. Most of us are going to stay up here at the thigh. On your next exhale, come on back to a warrior two. Straighten into the front leg. Shift forward, reach front towards the front of the mat until you feel the appropriate amount of sensation in the hamstring. Once you feel that, drop the hand to the shin or the thigh or the ankle and open with the navel, heart, and head towards the long side of the mat. On your next inhale, reach towards the front of the mat. Engage the core here. And if you can, take that right hand and reach it forward as well. Strong breathing here. Inhale, come on back up. And exhale, we'll bend and cartwheel down, step back to downward facing dog. Take a moment to breathe here. Again, if you need to realign the spine, bend the knees deeply, draw the heart towards the thighs, and then you can gently straighten in. This time we'll take the left foot and we'll step it in between our hands, drop the right knee. Get situated here. Inhale to rise and reach. Exhale, drop the hands to the mat, shift the hips back and straighten into the left leg. Again, if your foot is rotating outward, press that big toe into the mat. Inhale, shift forward to low lunge and reach. Exhale, plant the hands, shift the hips, and straighten into the front leg. Continue this movement on your own breath. Again, as you begin each breath, begin the movement, and as you end each breath, end the movement. We want complete synchronization between breath and body movements here. Complete one more round on your own breath. And again, once we come back into that half split, we'll tuck the toes, drop the heel inward, and then cartwheel up to a warrior two. Again, if you need to come out of the position just a little bit to adjust, feel free to. Again, heel to heel alignment, back toes turned about 45 degrees or more outwards. Open the heart and the hips towards the long side of the mat and extend the arms wide at shoulder height. Inhale, flip the front palm, reach forward and send it back for a reverse warrior. Right hand comes onto the right thigh. With this reverse warrior here, we want to be reaching more up rather than back. Reaching back has a tendency to get a lot of crunchiness in the right side and has a lot of strain on the spine. If we reach up as we reach back, it encourages this space to find its way in between the vertebrae here, which opens us up rather than crunches us. Come on back to warrior two. Straighten into the front leg. Reach the left hand forward. Once you feel that appropriate amount of sensation in the front leg, pause, and then let the hand gently rest on the ankle, shin, or thigh. Rotate open with the navel, heart, and head. Shift the gaze up towards the right fingertips and reach. On your next inhale, shift the right hand towards the front of the mat. Engage that core, and if you can, let the left hand reach as well. Inhale, come on up. Reach for a moment here, and then we'll spin forward, place the hands back on the mat, and step it back to downward facing dog. Drop the knees to the mat, shift the heels off to one side, and come onto your seat. With the soles of the feet firmly on the ground, knees at about a 90-degree bend. Inhale, reach the hands forward, lift the top of the head, and exhale, gently roll down vertebrae by vertebrae. And when you're down on the mat, just kind of relax for a moment and let your limbs sprawl in whatever way they please. Beautiful. Gather the knees into the chest. Give yourself a great big hug. Bring the forehead or the nose to the knees and relax it down. Find gentle rocking from left to right or circle the knees. The closer you circle your knees to the chest, the higher up on the back is where you will feel this little massage. And if you draw the knees away from the chest as you do your circle, you notice that massage will move further down the spine. Find stillness. Let the arms drop wide to a T or cactus position. Keep the knees close into the chest. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, drop the knees over to the right side. Keep that left shoulder glued to the mat here so we maximize our spinal twist. And if it's comfortable, rest the right hand on the left knee and let the gaze fall over the left fingertips. Release the hand, inhale the knees back up to center. Pause here for a moment. And again, hug those knees close into the chest. Keep those knees close to the chest. And as you exhale, let the knees descend, this time to the left, keeping that right shoulder glued to the mat. And again, if you took the bind on the other side, bring the left hand to the right knee and let the gaze now shift over the right fingertips. Release the bind. Excuse my dog barking. Inhale the knees up to center. Find any sort of last movement you need, either by hugging the knees in, rocking from side to side, or even reaching in between the thighs and shins to grab the outside of the feet to happy baby pose. And once you've found the movement that you need, go ahead and come to stillness as we come into our final resting pose of Shavasana. Let the legs extend long, heels come to the outer edges of the mat, toes fall outward. The arms will rest 45 degrees or more away from the body, with the fingertips relaxed, palms face up. Let the eyes close and release control of your breath. Let it return to its natural pace. As you lay here, let the mind remain clear and calm. Let the muscles in the forehead relax, unfurrow the brow. Let the tongue and the eyes become heavy. Relax the jaw. Let the shoulders Sink away from the ears, deeper into the mat. Arms, hands, and fingers become heavy. Let that heaviness travel down the chest to the stomach, lower ab, and hips. Let the thighs relax and let the legs fall further outward. Allow the entire body to melt into the mat. And for the next few moments, allow yourself to do absolutely nothing. Guide the focus gently back to the breath. Begin to lengthen the inhale and control the exhale. Introduce gentle movement to the body by wiggling the fingers and the toes. And allow that movement to grow into wrist circles and ankle circles. Let the head gently fall from left to right. Reach the arms above the head and engage in a full body stretch, pulling the fingers and toes away from each other. And when you're ready, bend the knees and gently come onto the right side in a fetal position. Keep the eyes closed and use the strength of the arms to press up to a comfortable seat. Let the hands rest on the knees or thighs, palms face up. Notice the differences in your body and your awareness from when we first began the practice today to now. Notice how this simple awareness can increase the focus, the sharpness, and just the knowledge of what exactly is going on in your body. Now, you might not feel it at first, but as everything else, practice, 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 and you'll begin to develop those skills. Bring the palms together in front of the heart. We'll finish with 2 deep breaths together. Receive a deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Receive a deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. With your next exhale, gently open the eyes. Thank you so much for practicing with me today.